If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 103XM, the no bullshit radio station. And today we are going to be talking about Tate getting banned from social media. You guys might have seen this guy popping up all over TikTok predominantly over the last 12 months. He's blown up. He's taken the world by storm and built a $50 million a year business because of it.
How can I be wrong when you're in the poor category and I'm in the rich category? I obviously know something you fucking don't.
What you may not know is this is not Andrew Tate's first time getting banned off social media. In 2017, he was kicked off of Twitter for a short period of time after tweeting that women should take some responsibility for being sexually assaulted.
Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex.
Totally not okay. Completely and utterly not okay and incorrect. Nonetheless, censorship on social media is something that I don't believe should happen. We saw Donald Trump get kicked off of Twitter for saying some crazy stuff, but nothing too aggressive, right? So for all the platforms to basically get on a group call and say, hey, you know what? We're going to remove Andrew Tate from all of our platforms because we don't like what he's saying. It seems a little bit aggressive, and Meta confirmed with CNBC News that the reason they kicked him off the platform was because he was promoting dangerous organizations or individuals. Now, I wasn't the biggest follower or fan of Tate, but nonetheless, I didn't see him promote anything like that. He was just talking a bunch of crazy nonsense, being a little bit rough around the edges to get attention on social media, and hey, it worked.
And I watched a woman crash.
Now, before we jump into some details, I'm giving away $1,000 in this video. All you got to do is like, subscribe, and go follow me over on Instagram. That's where I will be announcing the winners. I'm going to be giving away a business training program, and I'm going to be giving away cash to 3 separate people. So all you got to do is like, subscribe, and go follow me over on Instagram. Very easy, free to enter. Now, let's talk about the facts. Tate had a Facebook, Tate had a Twitter, Tate had a YouTube, and Tate had an Instagram. But Tate did not have a TikTok account, and that was where he really got the attention. What Tate did, and this is just a simple fact, he had an affiliate marketing section. It was 1 out of 18 sections inside of his Hustlers University program. And this teaches people to sell another person's product where they don't have to fulfill the service, send out a physical product. They're just involved in being a middleman to get that customer in the door. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions, but it's been a side hustle over the years, doing affiliate marketing, selling other people's products, and you don't have any fulfillment worries on the back end. It's very easy to do. However, Tate then started getting these people to promote his program. So what thousands of people did is they would cut up clips from his podcast, his YouTube videos, etc., and post it across thousands, tens of thousands of TikTok pages. Multiple posts a day. It's a new platform. You can imagine what happened. He went very viral, taking off in all directions on the algorithm, and it worked very easily for him to blow up. But he never had his own account, and that's why you still see him to this day all over TikTok. So because of the way he blew up, Tate can't really be removed. And while he also says the top G can't be canceled,
Because I'm completely and utterly self-sufficient, I can't be canceled.
the scary thing that I really want to keep in mind, and the biggest point I want to drive home, keep in mind, while some of these companies are publicly traded, they are still private companies, meaning it's not a government body. It's not just a free thing that anybody can have access to. It is a company owned by someone or a group of people, meaning they can take you off their platform. And that's the scary part with social media. You can be removed, and there will be no course of action. People are going to be upset. People are commenting free Tate and all this stuff, but he still can be removed, just like anybody can. So keep that in mind. And while I don't believe in everything Tate says, he again tries to be a little bit more aggressive to get the attention. That's just my perception of it.
How are women allowed to drive?
I do think that he's done a great job from a marketing perspective, you can't deny that, to get the amount of attention he has. The last person I really recall doing this was Ty Lopez. He did it from an information perspective. Andrew Tate took the more aggressive marketing route. This is what I call the aggressive shotgun strategy. You're going broad, a lot of accounts, a lot of different videos, people making content for you, which is not quite the route that Ty Lopez took. Both of them built a company that was doing about $50 to $100 million a year. I know that because Ty mentioned in a small group that I was in of his that he does about $6 million a month. And now I actually live very close to Ty here in Puerto Rico. Nonetheless, regardless of my views and anybody else's, I don't believe that anybody, whether it's Tate, Donald Trump, whoever, Elon, should ever be censored off any social media platform unless someone is bringing direct harm, like a cult leader trying to get a bunch of people to do something crazy, if you know what I mean. I don't think that's okay. But short of that, I don't think just because you have aggressive opinions, whether it's political, whether it's social,
I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female.
You know, he has a very Eastern European and kind of the Russian and, you know, Romanian style of like just Eastern European views on men versus women and their roles in society. Just because you talk about that, and yes, there are parts of the world that live exactly how he's describing, just because he's talking about that and amplifying it in a more aggressive manner, I still don't think that warrants someone being removed off of social media. So I think he should be put back on social media, and I actually think he will. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. And in fact, him being removed has a lot of people on the edge of their seats waiting to see, is Tate coming back? Is the top G going to make a return?
Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man, and woman. I hate you anyway.
Or what is he going to do? My first thought was, this guy's about to launch his own social media platform. That's the multi-billion-dollar play here. Now, let's get one thing clear. The word censorship doesn't actually mean getting removed off of platforms. That's a very aggressive way to do it that then puts a negative view on the platform in the public eye. What typically happens is your account is going to get shadow banned, and it's not something you get a warning or an email about. It just happens. Your posts start reaching less people. Your videos start getting less views, less likes. The way that any algorithm on any social media platform works, there's more intricacies here, but it's a very basic 2x split test. You have two posts, compare them against each other. Which one gets more feedback? This one's having longer view duration on YouTube. It gets more comments. Let's push this one to the next one and then split test that against another video that's performing even better. So you're constantly getting compared against another post, and that's what determines if you're going to get ranked higher or move one step lower. And it's a constant game of split testing to see how well your post is performing. That's how it works. You'll automatically lose that split test if you're shadow banned. So your post is instantly demoted. It's going to reach less people, and that's typically how people get censored online, using hashtags or political views, or if you talk about COVID, anything like that, that's usually what happens. Now, Tate talks a lot about once you get to a certain position in life, your options open up more and you're allowed to do more things. He says, oh, women won't even bring up that you're hooking up with other girls because you're super successful and you're the top G, which is what he says. And while I don't necessarily disagree with that premise, and same goes for women when they get very powerful and wealthy as well, it's not just money, right? It's also status and connections. So for an example, Jeff Bezos, back in the day when he was having some issues in his marriage and there was some scandalous things going around, there was some photos of him that might not have been PG-13, if you know what I'm saying. Suddenly, they completely disappeared off the internet, the face of the internet. How do you think he was able to do that? He doesn't own Google, he owns Amazon. But connections and money, he entirely made that story disappear. He could have been buying media stations, he could have bought out any publication or articles that ever mentioned that. He was able to completely control the narrative online because of, again, money, connections, and status. And that's a really important thing in our society. You can't deny that. Now, Tate is not at that level. A lot of people might get mad at that, but he is just scratching the surface. He has some money, and now he's getting known. I don't know about his connections, but I don't think it's as deep as Jeff Bezos yet. And again, make sure to enter the giveaway. Just like, subscribe, and follow me over on Instagram. Giving away $1,000 in this video.
This is stage one of a 3-step plan. So I'm going to be viral for a little bit longer, then step 2 begins. The conquest is continuing.
Now the question remains, what is Tate's step 2 and step 3 going to look like? Let me know in the comments down below.